As a space explorer, Mark had always dreamt of leaving Earth behind and venturing into the unknown space. Mark had joined the United Space Force of Earth to achieve his goals. He had trained for years, studied every planet known to man. With the training, knowledge, and the backing of the USFE, he would be able to accomplish his dream. With the day finally here, Mark launched his craft into the vast expanse of space, thrilled and excited to explore the sights and sounds of the galaxy. While exploring the unknown, Mark couldn't help but be in awe with everything around him. With all the planets in Earth's solar system already explored, everything he was witnessing would be a first. However, as time advanced, Mark began to feel the weight of loneliness bearing down upon him. With his exploratory vessel out of range with Earth, he had no one to communicate with besides his own thoughts. With such a prolonged state of solitude, Mark's mental state began to deteriorate. He grew increasingly introspective and uncomfortable in his own skin. His thoughts were his only company, and they were beginning to turn on him. Mark was once as adventurous as they come, but now he was too anxious to venture out of his craft. He spent hours cooped up in his cabin, desperately trying to keep his mind busy. It was during one such lonely day that Mark saw a blip on his navigation system. It was a small asteroid the size of Earth's moon, not too far off from his current course. There was nothing particularly special about it, but to Mark, it was a glimmer of hope. He decided to investigate it, seeing it as an opportunity to leave the confines of his cabin and explore. As he landed his vessel on the asteroid, Mark was surprised to find it was nothing like he had ever seen before. Through the windows of his vessel, Mark could see it all. The surface of the asteroid was covered in a micro-jungle, unique creatures, and after some scans, he discovered a complex web of tunnels beneath the surface. Mark wasted no time in putting on his protective suit and exited the craft to explore the asteroid. He carved out pathways in the underground tunnels, collecting specimens and minerals to study along the way. Each day he would wake up with a sense of renewed excitement and purpose, knowing that he had a task to do. As time passed, Mark began to realize that the loneliness wasn't as heavy as it used to be. The creatures on the asteroid became his friends, and he found solace in their quiet, unassuming presence. When his time on the asteroid was up, Mark bid the inhabitants goodbye and returned to his solitary vessel. But this time, it was different. During his trip home, his mind was consumed with thoughts of the asteroid, and he resolved to find another place to dock and study. Mark's newfound purpose restored his sense of meaning and adventure. He started exploring new planets more boldly, interacting with strange new life forms and soaking up the beauty of the galaxies. There were still lonely days, but the people back on Earth became his reason for pushing the boundaries of exploration. He knew that the more he explored, the more he had to bring to Earth. When Mark returned to Earth, he was greeted with a hero's welcome. A grand celebration followed, where he met with prominent scientists, entrepreneurs, and even heads of states who were lauding him for his accomplishments. Mark had learned that the universe was vast and unforgiving, but he also found out that it was a place where one could never lose their sense of adventure. The loneliness of space exploration is real, but it can be conquered with purpose, determination, and the will to pursue a grander future.